everybody, my name is Victoria. Welcome back to my channel. And today I'm so excited to finally be able to announce Flannery O'January, which is kind of a silly name for what's going to be a great read-along of Flannery O'Connor works. So me and Noah and Christy are all going to do a Flannery O'Connor read-along challenge, and each one of us has picked a Flannery O'Connor work or collection of works, and each one of us is committing to reading that particular work during the month of January, but also we're going to try to read the other picks as well, of course. I may only read Flannery O'Connor during the month of January, and it's going to be awesome. Very excited for that. If that's all I read in January, that would be a great month. So my co-hosts are Noah from Everyone Who Reads It Must Converse, which, if you didn't know, his channel name is a play on a short story by Flannery O'Connor, so you know he's a fan. And then, of course, Christy Lewis from Dostoevsky in Space. This is going to be so freaking fun. I am really excited for this. So we would like to invite you along with us to try our challenges. And when I say challenge, I mean that in the loosest terms. You don't even have to really complete a challenge if you don't want to. If you just want to read one Flannery O'Connor short story, then you have participated in Flannery O'January. And so I'll share with you what the challenges are that we each chose, and you are welcome to do one challenge or two challenges, or try all three of them if you want. I'm gonna try all three of them, but like I said, I am only committing to really reading Flannery O'Connor in January, so I feel like I can get to all the challenges. So if you don't have that room in your TBR, that's okay. Pick one that you're interested in. So the three are going to be, first, Noah's challenge, which is a novel. So Flannery O'Connor wrote two novels. She wrote one called Wise Blood, that was her first novel, and then her second novel was The Violent Bear It Away, and that is the one that Noah has chosen. I believe he has read it before, so he'll be rereading it and inviting others to read it with him. I do have a Discord as well, where I'll put a space for each of the challenges. So no matter which challenge you pick, if you would like to join my Discord and chat about whatever it is you're reading, I have a spot for The Violent Bear It Away there. So Noah has jumped in and he's there to talk to you about it too as you're reading along with him. And I have actually not read a Flannery O'Connor novel. I've only ever read short stories. So I'm definitely going to try to read this. Next up, Christy's challenge. Christy's challenge is to read some of the letters in the anthology of letters that was published called The Habit of Being. So these are letters written by Flannery O'Connor, and they were compiled, I believe, after her death by her friend Sally Fitzgerald. So I think I need to research that more, but I think they were published posthumously, and they just give a bit of insight into her life. And so I feel like this might be a good challenge if like you're a person who is already a fan of Flannery O'Connor, maybe you're already familiar with her a little bit and you want a little bit more of a deep dive into her and her works. I know Christy is planning on doing some vlogging on her Instagram, and she'll be probably pretty active over there if you want to chat with her. I believe there are 17 years worth of letters in that collection, and so you definitely don't have to read all of them, but if you would like to read some of them or start some of them and see how far you get, that would be a good challenge. Especially, I think, if you're interested in Flannery O'Connor as a person and as a historical figure, as an important American novelist. I'm very interested in the letters. I'm definitely going to try some. And then my challenge that I decided to propose is to read the short story collection A Good Man Is Hard to Find, or you do not have to read all of them in the collection. You can read some of them. I do recommend A Good Man Is Hard to Find, since that's kind of the the staple story that all of the other collection kind of revolves around. And a lot of these stories kind of have similar themes to that story as well. These are they're very dark and gritty, and have themes of morality, just like most of Flannery O'Connor's work, from what I understand. I'm not a Flannery O'Connor expert. I have not read everything, as you have probably gathered, but this is the only thing that I have read. I have read a few of her short stories. I've read A Good Man is Hard to Find. I've read, is it called Good Country People? I think that one. I was introduced to Flannery O'Connor by a very awesome high school English teacher, my high school English teacher, who really pushed us to read things outside of the box than we were used to. So as a high school senior, being exposed to Flannery O'Connor was actually quite pivotal for me, because I did fall in love with her writing style and just the way that she kind of shocks the reader and doesn't shy away from the grotesque and like the ugly of the world. But I was certainly influenced by the short stories that I read when I was in high school, and I am definitely a fan of hers. I admire her as a writer. And if you don't know a lot about Flannery O'Connor, I'm really just trying to persuade you that she's worth reading at this point, in case you're on the fence. So she was an American novelist, lived about from the 20s to the 60s. She died super young. She died at age 39 from lupus, and was just a brilliant mind. And unfortunately, like many brilliant minds in the world, we lose them too soon. And so she died at a very young age, did not even make it to 40. And she was a Southern girl. She was from Savannah, Georgia, and lived in the South for pretty much her whole life. And her writing really reflects that. She definitely writes what she knows. And she writes in the Southern Gothic style that's very heavily reliant on the grotesque and flawed characters. And it's good. It's good, and it's gritty, and it's interesting, and it hits you in the face. It hits you in the face is how I would explain it, Flannery O'Connor. You just gotta try it. You just gotta read her. Just give her a go. I think she's super accessible. She's not difficult to read as far as her writing style. So if you're worried about that at all, I wouldn't be. I would say I find her actual prose and style to be very, very readable. So I think it's the content, the dark content, that might sometimes be off-putting to some. However, it's with a purpose. It's not just dark for the sake of dark. It has a purpose. She was Roman Catholic, and so her stories really infuse her faith and her ideas of faith and how faith influenced her as a person. And that also very strongly permeates her works. And so it's just good stuff. And I hope that you join us. And if you are a fan, or if you are reading her for the first time, we would love to have you. Most of the live show kind of discussions that we might do throughout January are going to happen over on Noah's channel. So definitely, if you're not subscribed to Noah, go subscribe to him. Click the little bell icon so that you know when he uploads. And I'm planning on doing some Flannery O'Connor specific videos in the month of January as well, in support of the read along, and to just add to the Flannery O'Connor discussion. So yeah, join us. It's gonna be good, and we have good company with Noah and Christy, and I'm just really, I think it's gonna be a good way to start off the new year. It's really starting the new year off with a bang. So I hope you consider joining us. I'll link my Discord down below, and so you can hop in there if you're planning on chatting with us there. Let us know what you're planning on reading, and feel free to comment down below as well to let us know that you are participating, or if you're just a fan and you want to give Flannery O'Connor some love. I believe that is all the information I have for you today. I'll link my fellow co-hosts down below, including Instagram links, like for Christy, who I know is going to be probably more active on there. So let me know if you're going to join us, and hit up my friends here who are going to be co-hosting with me. And let's read some Flannery O'Connor. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Keep reading great books, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.